Hi guys, this is the new episode of TechBuddy Podcast. On this show, I'm talking about the most interesting news in tech world. My name is Andrew and let's go. In this episode, I'm gonna talk about electric car with 1,000 miles of range and solar power. Tesla and Oracle are moving from California to Texas. And Google Services Outage that happened this week. So let's get started and talk about the first topic of the day, which is that Tesla, HP Enterprise and other tech giants are moving from California to Texas. And now Oracle company joined this new trend and decided to move most of the operations from California. Now it started to be some kind of moment, and the driving force of this moment, of course, is Elon Musk. In one of the latest interviews, Musk said that he moved to Texas because he was fed up with California's strict lockdown rules, and another reason is that he wants to be closer to his Tesla and SpaceX facilities. Moreover, in the latest interview, Musk said that California is like a winning sports team that, quote-unquote, has been winning for a long time and has taken innovators for granted. But there could be another reason for such kind of big move. Musk and all the other tech billionaires are leaving Silicon Valley because they want to avoid increased California capital taxes. Basically, Musk can save billions of dollars in capital taxes if he decided to sell some of his Tesla stock, for example. Looks like other tech giants also don't like the idea of new taxes and they just trying to minimize future losses and stuff like that. And on the other hand, the strict lockdown in California pushes companies to rethink the way they work because remote work is here to stay and companies just have to adapt. Basically, this whole situation signals that more corporations could be becoming disillusioned with California and new companies will join the movement along with Oracle and Tesla and others. So let's see who's next, because it's an interesting trend and it's really unusual that companies that have been in California for years and even decades, for example Oracle, now they are moving to Texas and who knows, maybe it's a new Silicon Valley. So let's see. So the next one up is about the lightweight electric car. The startup with name Aptera unveils new unbelievably efficient electric vehicle that's going to have up to 1,000 miles of range. So let's do the math, and it's like more than twice as far as Model S3, for example. The startup was launched in 2006 and unveiled the idea for super efficient 3-vehicle electric car with a prototype in 2008. It was back when Tesla was also still working on the Roadster, and you know what? 2006 was extremely early for electric vehicles and the startup failed. And now, after years of working on batteries company, the founders are coming back and unveiling their first fully electric vehicle. The Aptera is all about the efficiency. That's why they decided to make an extremely lightweight car with only 3 wheels. Another interesting feature of the vehicle is that it is partially solar powered. That means that it can add for 16 to 40 miles of range per day by embedding solar cells on the roof, hood, and back of the vehicle. And the Tesla lovers will notice that the interior of the Aptera car is minimalist and reminiscent of Model 3 and Model Y. It even has a similar display and user interface. And they are right. Tesla is dictating trends for electric vehicles, not only design of the car, but the interior as well. And it's worth mentioning that their charge port is Tesla. This opens huge opportunities for the company in the form of possible partnership, for example. But for now, Aptera is offering different configurations. So for 250 miles of range vehicle, the company is planning to charge almost $26,000. Buyers can also configure the Aptera with a battery pack that extends the range to 400 miles for about $30,000, 600 miles for $35,000, and 1,000 miles for almost $45,000. And it's not a bad price for such a futuristic and unbelievably efficient electric car. Actually, the first version doesn't look like a real car. It's more like a trike, but it's still not clear how they qualified this vehicle. Well, anyway, the company is planning to start deliveries as soon as next year, so let's wish them to actually deliver on their promises. Yeah, let's see. And the last topic of the day is that Google services were knocked offline this week. So the outage included YouTube, Calendar, Google Drive, and other popular Google apps. Well, this brief outage that lasted more than half an hour had a significant impact on millions, even billions of users, because all of us actually, rely on Google services for basic work apps such as calendars, email, video calls, and stuff like that. But that's only work-related things. What about users of Google-connected smart devices for example, home speakers? These users couldn't even switch on the lights in their homes because the light is controlled by Google Home. Wow, the future is here. Without smart home devices, some people can't control anything in their homes. Moreover, the Services Outage included all the third-party integrations like sign-in with Google option in Android and iPhone apps, other services for developers, for example, literally everything that requires Google notification. Well, Google tweeted in their official account that they experienced an notification system outage due to some kind of an internal storage quota issue or something like that. But for me, Google search worked pretty good without any problems. And I think after this brief outage, people at least will start thinking about how they depend on technologies provided by one company. And in case of any problem, we literally can't do anything. We can't do the work because Mail and Google spreadsheets are down, or we can't have a meeting because Google Meet is not working. So at least now people will start to think about the alternatives, and of course let's hope this won't happen with Google services again. So guys, that's pretty much it for this episode. I'm really excited about the next week and new things to happen in the tech world. So thanks everybody for listening to this podcast. I'll see you. Bye.